Another event is returning after a 2-year absence imposed by the COVID pandemic. The Vermont Community Leadership Summit is back. Scheduled for August 10th at the Vermont Technical College in Randolph, Vermont, the conference will explore a range of issues centering on local leadership and the challenges facing the state as the pandemic, though far from over, hopefully continues to ease, and questions facing communities, from housing, childcare, climate change, and racial equity, among others, present themselves. A wide ranging agenda and 24 breakout sessions on a multitude of subjects are on offer, and over 500 community leaders from across the state are expected. The previous two summits, held in 2018 at Castleton University and in 2019 at the Vermont Technical College, attracted large numbers of attendees, and this year's conference will be another opportunity to network and hear from others. Jenna Koloski, the Council's Community Engagement and Policy Director, told us more.
So 2018 and 2019, we really wanted to bring folks together to focus on what do we need to foster leadership, local community leadership for the future of Vermont. In our work, we're going around to communities all the time, and we're working with communities to help, lead initiatives, bring folks together, select priorities. And what we see over time is the most critical element in those initiatives being successful are the local leaders who are willing to step up, take these things on. And we wanted to ask, what do you need as local leaders to be more successful in your communities? And so these summits are designed to both provide workshops, educational opportunities, skills, peer networking and story sharing, but also an opportunity to hear from community leaders what's most important in their towns, what do they need to be successful, how can we best support leaders into the future. So we had sessions in 2018 and 2019. Coming back together in 2022, this remains a key priority for us. And we're excited to bring folks back together. I think the structure of the agenda is similar, but some of the themes and issues, things have changed in the last couple of years. Vermont has really seen a turning point in the things that communities are working on and thinking about. So we hope to really touch on those emerging issues as well. And then new this year, actually, we're building in a series of networking sessions. We have really heard from participants that they were looking for more like unstructured opportunities for just connecting with other leaders around the state. So we have 3 different times throughout the day where participants can come together, and we provide some structure for networking, but it's really a looser agenda to let people just connect, share what's going on in their town, and get to know each other. So those are the 4 types of things that people can expect, and they can pick and choose throughout the day what they want to attend.
How critical is the role of leadership in community resilience or building stronger communities or having communities that thrive as opposed to simply survive? I just wondered if your organization has sort of put together this conference focusing on leadership because of your perception that the role of leaders and community leaders really is vital to make communities grow and prosper.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that the role of local leaders is the key ingredient to success in Vermont communities. And that's exactly why, it's actually why we hold this summit, and why we have a Vermont Community Leadership Network where we offer workshops and skills and training. When we come out of a community facilitation with a community where they've set priorities, those priorities, or even not working with us, when a community sets priorities, when they know that the direction that they want to take, if there aren't local volunteers, local leaders that step up to move those things forward, then those things just remain ideas that sit on the wall, or sit in the town plan on the shelf and don't get taken, and they're not taken to that next step of implementation. Vermont communities, our decision making, our local government, our schools, it relies on volunteers that are ready to step up and be those leaders. And so our focus is really, you know, knowing that to be true, how do we best provide those leaders with the resources they need, the skills they need? You know, in these small towns, capacity is a real challenge. There's no staff, there's no paid, you know, manager that's going to help to write grants and access resources. So we want to think about the ways that we can get those leaders that capacity and those skills that they need. So that's a lot of the focus of this summit, is celebrating that leadership, but also thinking about how we can best support them, because I think it's key to the vitality of communities.
There's still time to register. Go to the Council's website at vtrural.org for more information. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.